Hello and welcome to my always delayed New Year update video. So for the channel, this year was pretty good. The Pikmin 4 video keeps doing really well. It's over 10K at this point, despite me not really like boosting it or posting it anywhere. It just kind of keeps steadily going. All the comments are pretty good because a lot of people agree with me at this point. In general, the stuff I've done this year has been some of my favorites in terms of quality. Like, I'm definitely really happy with how the videos are coming out. And I also have a new most viewed thing, which is that Homestuck short that I randomly put up. The amount of subs that I got off of that is genuinely insane. I think I'm up nearly like 100 subs since posting that. It just keeps going. And that short itself is at like 20K views or something like that. My formerly most viewed thing was my original Doomslayer moveset, which capped out at like 15K, I want to say. That being said, I do want to kind of wind this channel down. It's really a matter of the effort to reward ratio. The stuff that I'm happiest making is generally higher effort and takes more time, which I enjoy doing. It makes me happy to do, and I like the final product of the videos, but they don't really help me do anything in the long run, creatively or using them as a platform to do something else in this vein. All it really ends up doing is leaving me with less time to work on more creatively fulfilling and more intense projects. Or I could do shorts, which do take generally less effort, but I don't want it. Shorts are, broadly speaking, a less interesting medium to work in. And honestly, even despite the subs, it's not like that there's a good consistent follow through for new subscribers checking out other content. I think for the most part that would only really work if you dedicated a channel to like one thing in particular, which is never something that I've wanted to do. So you can even see like having done that Homestuck short and then doing the MyChem video, it's not like that MyChem video suddenly did way better than other things just because I had more subscribers. I've seen it happen a million times to artists on TikTok who will post one kind of funny meme thing and then spend the rest of their time trying to promote their work, and it just nothing happens. It's just kind of how this stuff works. To be fair, lack of views and not following up on new subscribers, things like that, that's partially my fault because I've never really wanted to be a content creator as like my thing. That is not how I see myself. I've always kind of wanted this channel to just be supplemental to other things that I've been doing, and it kind of wound up somewhere in between being just a fun hobby and like again, a time-intensive project. So that being said, I'm generally going to be moving away from doing stuff on this channel to spending more time on those more behind-the-scenes, intense creative projects. Here's the plan for this channel. I said at the beginning of last year that there were 2 videos that I was absolutely gonna get out, and it was like, what I can't even remember honestly. It was like Well, hold on, let's look. Okay, so I actually didn't wind up doing either of the 2 videos that I said I would. I said that I was going to do a how Baldur's Gate 3 could work in Smash video, and that's scrapped at this point. It's like honestly one of the weirder video scripts that I've worked on. I would work on it for a little bit, I would make some pretty good progress, and then I would work on something else for a couple months, come back to it, fill it out a little more, same thing, rinse and repeat. And I got to a point where the characters all have most of their movesets. Basically, I was going to give movesets to the 6 origin characters, say who I thought would be the best fit. My ultimate deliberations were probably going to come down between Lae'zel and Gale. I think Lae'zel is more of like the main character of Baldur's Gate in a lot of ways, but Gale represents a lot of really fun magical stuff you can do. So it was probably going to come down between those. Like I said, I did a bunch of research and really filled out those movesets, had a pretty good idea for the stage and the additional content and stuff like that. But it truly makes no sense to put that video out now. I had originally tried to get it out for an anniversary of Baldur's Gate 3, and then I kept looking up the other release dates to try to match those anniversaries. The date just kept getting pushed back and back, and it just completely out of relevancy. And now there's a bunch of stuff with Larian and AI, which sucks. And also they've straight up said that a Switch 2 port isn't going to happen because of ownership rights and bad relationships between Larian and Hasbro, which totally makes sense. Hasbro and Wizards of the Coast suck. So there's just no point. That video is scrapped. Maybe possibly I'll do some like super low effort breakdown of the moveset ideas, but otherwise, nah. The other video I said I was going to do was my gaming moments and just kind of talk about some of my biggest memories and moments in gaming. That also got scrapped because I truly couldn't find any compelling way to make that video. The most I could have done is maybe try to get a bunch of other creators in on it. So that was just a nice big little moment. We can all just, I'm saying moment too much. We could all just kind of share our favorite games and that kind of thing. But it just wasn't really worth it. Yeah, that's another thing where like maybe way down the line, it'll be something that turns into a stream or something like that. But definitely not of interest to me right now. I was also really tempted to do a new Hollow Knight and Smash video. My Knight moveset is pretty good. I honestly wouldn't change too much about his moveset, but it would be more about updating the spirits or like the additional content, giving Hornet a moveset, debating between the two of those characters as the one that Smash would add. That's something I might revisit, but I don't know. Just haven't, again, it's another thing where I'm like, should I spend the time on this right now? Here's what I do want to do, because I'm not like completely done with the channel. Like I said, it's winding down. It's more so pulling back than like completely stepping away. I'm definitely going to make a video talking about Prime 4, just kind of a general review and what I think went wrong for the most part. And so that script is already done. I will definitely be recording that pretty soon. Hopefully it will come out within a month. There's another Metroid video I'm considering doing. That script is also like 80% done. I haven't fully decided if I'm going to do it yet or not. It's a fun concept, but I just don't know if I'm fleshing it out enough to be interesting for me. But I might do that. If I do that, it's probably going to be like review, and then the very next day put that out as just kind of like a small companion video to the review. And then the biggest thing that I want to do this year, which is definitely going to be kind of the big thing of the channel this year, akin to the Pikmin 4 review and then the MCR video, is going to be what the next Smash could be. And so that's going to be a really long video going into all the possibilities. A lot of it has already, unfortunately, been covered by various YouTubers in terms of the directions the next Smash could go or new Smash content could go. But I do still have a lot of crazy ideas that I think will be really fun to do in a video. And along with that, I also want to do a kind of side video to that as well. Same kind of thing, put that out, and then the next day put out the other thing. Which is just kind of like a dumb idea that I like, which is reviving Codename Steam using Smash, calling it Codename Smash. And basically, instead of the literary characters and stuff like that, you could just get Nintendo characters in there. Nintendo and Intelligent Systems, is that their name? They're by far close enough for them to do something like this at this point. And I think that game did have some kind of like ride or dies at Nintendo. So it might be the kind of thing that they're willing to give it one last shot at. I would hope so, at least. I think it's an amazing game. So that's very much just like random idea that I really want to do. I've wanted to do for a while. And so that and the Smash Could Be video, those are going to kind of be the two last big things that I do for the channel. Those I hope will come out in the first half of the year. Ideally, I'll get them out before like the June E3 kind of season. And, hopefully I won't have to alter course too much if they do something insane, like announce Smash at a February Direct or something like that. That might kind of alter my course, but we'll see what happens. I'll also probably still stream directs. I do have a lot of fun doing those, so that's probably something I'll do. I might skip some of the like 7 a.m. ones that are technically partner directs or something, like I have been, and just kind of do the really big ones. Maybe those will turn into like full big stream days or something like that. So that's basically where I'm at. Those are the videos that I want to do this year that I'm really going to put focus in, make sure that all of those come out, not counting the Metroid video I maybe don't do. So in the future, in general, what that means is that if I think of video ideas, they're probably just going to be shorts. Like I said, it's not super worth the time for me right now to make these really long, elaborate videos when I'm not really intending to push the channel as hard as I would need to make sure they get the eyes they need. And my first short went insane for no reason. So I figure if I want to talk about something, I might as well do it as a short, and people will actually get to see it. That's pretty cool. And then maybe when a new Smash does come out, maybe I'll kind of come back a little more intensely, follow that closely, more or less fully convert this channel into just talking about Smash when that time comes. So that's all for now. Sorry if this is kind of a downer, bad news kind of video. Like I said, I'm not going to like fully disappear or shut down the channel or anything. I just need to kind of reorient my priorities. Honestly, I was only doing like 3-4 videos a year anyway, so you probably won't even really notice a difference. More so, I just wanted to talk about the general idea behind me doing this channel. I really appreciate you coming along with me on this journey, especially the few of you who are just on every video, in every stream and comment section. You know who you are, you're amazing. And when I do make progress on those more intensive creative projects, I will be posting about those here as well. So again, I will not be completely vanishing. Just as a little peek into those, early last year, I started working on a tabletop game that I went really intensely into for the first like 2 months of the year, and then haven't really been able to get back to. I would like to get that into some kind of playable demo state later this year. And so I'm really excited about that. I'm also starting to get back into my own solo project. It's going in a much heavier direction, which I'm really enjoying. And I would like to put out at least one or two songs this year, which again will be on the channel. That's all for now. Keep an eye out for those Metroid videos, probably early February-ish. And as always, thanks for watching.